For the average retail trader, the market moves with a frantic, unpredictable energy. You watch a stock plummet after a positive earnings report, or rally the second you sell in a panic. These movements often feel like a direct contradiction to the logic of the news. From the outside, price action looks like a series of random, emotional reactions to global events, economic reports, and the collective whims of millions of individual players. Richard Wyckoff, a highly successful broker in the early 20th century, realized the public was looking at the wrong data. By studying the ticker tape, the raw stream of every market transaction, he found that the tape broadcasted the actual direction of the market long before the headlines reached the public. Wyckoff demonstrated that the market operates under strict, observable economic laws. Understanding the tape allows a trader to see the mechanics behind the price, rather than reacting to the noise of the crowd. To simplify this complexity, Wyckoff proposed the concept of the Composite Man. This is a theoretical entity representing the combined power of every major bank and institutional fund acting as a single coordinated force. The Composite Man operates with a clear strategy. He orchestrates a repeating cycle designed to accumulate shares at the lowest possible price and distribute them at the peak. Without the ability to identify the Composite Man's footprints on a chart, a trader's capital effectively becomes the liquidity institutions use to enter and exit their own massive positions. This institutional cycle begins with the law of cause and effect. For a significant price trend, the effect, to occur, a long period of preparation, the cause, must be built within a sideways market. This preparation takes place during the accumulation phase. While the public sells in a panic at the bottom of a crash, the Composite Man quietly absorbs those shares, keeping the price within a tight range to avoid drawing attention. In this schematic, the critical moment is the spring in phase C. By forcing the price below support, the Composite Man triggers retail stop-loss orders. This final selling flush allows him to buy discounted shares, leading to the rapid V-shaped recovery seen here. Once the spring confirms that there are no sellers left, a new uptrend. Sideways markets serve as battlegrounds where large institutional players shake out weak hands before the real rally begins. With supply fully absorbed, the market enters the markup phase. Demand takes control, driving the price out of the range and into a sustained upward trend that finally catches the public's attention. As euphoria peaks and late buyers rush in, the cycle shifts to distribution. Here, the Composite Man begins selling his accumulated stock to the very people who were too afraid to buy at the bottom. To complete the transfer, the Composite Man executes an upthrust after distribution. This fake breakout above the price ceiling lures retail traders into expecting an accelerating rally. However, drying volume reveals a lack of demand, trapping the last buyers at the absolute top. A market ceiling represents a deliberate unloading zone where institutional players transfer their risk back to the public. Once the transfer is complete, the markdown phase begins. With no buyers left to support the price, supply overwhelms the market, and the asset cascades downward, erasing the gains of those who bought the peak. This chart shows how the process is a continuous loop. One completed cycle of accumulation and markup leads directly into distribution and markdown, which then bottoms out to reset the entire engine. The life cycle of an asset follows a systemic transfer of wealth from impatient retail participants to patient institutional hands. We can see these mechanics at work during the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009. While headlines were dominated by panic, Wyckoff analysts identified a massive accumulation range forming on the Dow Jones at the 8,100 level. By identifying the cause being built by institutional buying, these analysts successfully projected the bull market that followed the 2009 bottom. The tape tracks institutional intent for any trader who applies this framework to the price action. Ultimately, the market is driven by the fundamental laws of supply and demand, and the institutional giants who master them. By learning to identify the footprints of volume and price, a trader can stop guessing and start aligning their positions with the flow of institutional money. Mastering this cycle is the first step toward surviving in a market dominated by institutional power.